So, this is Pine Harbor. Apparently there's been another update, as I shared in my community tabs. And here's the first of the updates. Enemies now block when you're doing melee damage to them, which makes this a little more difficult, to tell you the truth. But more like it will make it much more easy for you to now monitor your stamina gauge. So when they block, you can just stop, have your stamina gauge fill up, and when they put their arms down, continue wailing on them. Pretty much everything is the same as in gameplay. I'm not really too sure if canned food item stacking is a new thing. I'm not really too sure about that. Unfortunately, metal scraps not stacking is still apparent as well. Also, let's see. What they stated, the developer stated that there are new character models, which really means you can now differentiate enemies, the daytime enemies from the nighttime enemies. Also, this direct truck stays this time around. It doesn't just disappear. At least I think it doesn't disappear. I'm not really too sure. But that note stated to go to the pier. That's exactly where we're going. The pier introduces a new character, a trader of sorts. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened when I was playing this. I think I stopped recording at some point and some dialogue got lost. At least I think so on the first meeting. I think it actually got lost in a second. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to cut this part out. There's no need for that. Because apparently all I'm doing is just exploring. Oh, that's another one. So instead of them just, the enemies running around screaming and hooting and hollering, sometimes they'll just walk around like normal people until they notice you, and then it's crazy. Hey, blocking again. So I don't know if you notice, the enemies are now wearing clothing, and this might be a new location in the next update, which will have story content. This is just an assets update. So enemies now pretend to be dead on benches, so they'll be sleeping, eventually getting up and surprising you. And just like that. That's right, keep blocking. Not sure how blocking reduces damage for that, but whatever. Water assets are still the same. But what else? The enemies now wear clothes, so it's not just shirtless ones, and here's another one, but this one is shirtless, I think. And he's already dead. So, there's not just shirtless ones and naked ones, or the overall ones in the miners. Now they're fully clothed and just sitting around waiting just for you. One added detail is that their bodies are now bloated instead of just atrophied muscles. The naked ones are still around, still making that noise. This one you could tell is an actual woman. And here's the classic model coming as well. He's about to kill me. Yeah. My aim. You have to recalibrate how fast the movement cursor is, otherwise I'd wind up missing the enemies. So, get this one. So dead, and there's the sailor. Now he's a completely new character, and what he does is introduce the bartering system in this game. Whatever items you need, you could trade them for this.
You're supposed to be his son, right? Where is he? Is he coming? I don't have all day, and we had a deal. And all I see is a lost boy with empty hands.
I know nothing about that. We had a crash and...
Listen. I respect your father and his so-called mission. But a man has to keep his words, no matter what. I'll give you guys one more chance, and let me make it even easier for you. There is a tiny pier near your house. I'll be heading there aboard Grace. Bring me a crate with Skinner's parts. Daytime,
Excuse
of course.
the background noise.
Then we trade.
Crate?
I had no choice but to record
Skinner's.
at this moment.
I need some more
Trying to get
info.
to sleep early.
I need an explanation.
Tired of being late for work and taking an Uber.
Seems your old man
And bad
didn't
boys
tell
are
you
expensive.
anything.
It costs me like
Let's just
$40 to
say I
$60
help
daily.
your father with his important
From
missions.
Queens to
Provide him with resources.
Washington Heights.
In return, he brings me small trophies from the creatures around. That's it.
What about Skinner's?
Oh, these. White skin, naked. Bad smell. These mutants hunt in packs at night. We call them Skinners. Just try not to go out at night.
Well, thanks for letting me know.
Don't waste your time, boy. Go.
Alright, so what he wants us to do is go back to
marked on your map.
the wrecked car and find our father's crate. So that's it back there on the bottom. But now that we know where to go, we find a crate with mysterious items in it. Always exploring because you never know what you're missing. Also, I was trying to look for the lantern item, but I couldn't find it. I'm just gonna put a transition here, back to the car, and there's that blood that was there earlier. You wouldn't think to look twice, but I thought there was something inside the car, or at least around it. But the hint is the puddle of blood. Yeah. And how it leads off somewhere. My thing is, I still don't understand why the father crashed the car anyway. He just didn't, run over the infected. Come on, follow the blood, buddy. And here we are. This crate just mysteriously re-showed up. And inside the crate, and a homeless person bed. And inside the crate, some scrap. Funny thing about that is that that's not scrap metal. That's gasoline in there. That's a gas tank to a motorcycle. So it doesn't count as metal scrap. It counts as gas. So strange. And here's why I messed up. I think I forgot to heal. And there should be one running up behind me right about now. And I die. Not really too sure about all of this. I gotta go back. Yeah, there he is. Yep. Take out the well here. I kinda want to show off that death. Just for sport. See, it's only 10 minutes in, and that's alright. So this part is the back area behind your father's house, where you have to magically find your way there. Before, you're able to no-clip into this area by going towards the borders, but now you literally have to go to the outskirts of town.
Here you are, alone again.
And
is your old man okay?
I'm still trying to find him.
Find your way there
I
genuinely.
see. Tough nights, isn't it? So you brought a crate. Huh. Well,
So
look
what
what I
he
got.
wants you to
Take your time.
what's in the crate are hearts. I'm not sure how hearts will play, the infected hearts will play into the game's story per se, besides being bartering items, but you use those, the enemy hearts, to trade items that the sailor has. As of right now, I didn't really understand how this worked. So basically, you just pick out what you want, and then you select you want that, and then you put the hearts in the middle as well. And then you take the 2 items, and he takes the hearts. But again, I'm not really too sure what story elements these heart items will play, and why you need to collect hearts for trading. Just know now that this particular segment now enables enemies to drop their hearts after you defeat them. The hearts only stack in 5 before they take up another item slot. Once they finish taking up that item slot, you gotta make your way back behind your
take this.
home
I think
to
you could
appear
really
in the
use
back
it on the house.
and
And yes, if you find valuable
trade with
stuff,
him,
you
but
can
only during the
always
daylight
sell it to me.
hours. He's not there
thanks.
at night,
Looks like I really do need your services.
but that still doesn't stop the
This
enemies
fucking
from
town is
showing up
cursed.
in this back
Can't
area,
agree
'cause
more.
it's
By the
mostly
way,
the
son,
naked ones in the forest.
My name is Roy
Meanwhile, in
Milton.
the city, it's all the
Josh,
clothed ones,
tell her,
and they
you
all have
already know.
clothes except for the naked.
Stay in the light, Josh. See ya.
But I was hoping for some more story elements, being the fact that they introduced this character, but apparently not. So I think after this, we make our ways to the mines, but there's really nothing in the mine that changed, except that now there's... Man, I'm still on this? Thought I cut this. Oh well. But... Yeah, so it's basically still the same thing. This back area. This time the revolver is not really a secret item, since you have to come back here anyway. As before, this was just an area you somehow secretly found on your own accord and stumbled onto the revolver. Now it's part of the story plot that you come back here and explore on your own. I mean, explore to meet this sailor. Alright, now the next should be coming up to the mine now. Same old do not follow me. There was a bug fix here, so then it's that little bastard again. Distracting you. My good friend. The same model. The same updated model, because before it was a different model where it looked like a booger man. I hate this little bastard because he's so silent. The developer needs to program that thing to make sound besides breathing. Shit. So that's 2 enemies will spawn into this bathroom, or more like 3, excluding the crawling guy. So now there's the heart, that I picked up for trading. And I'm just standing here because there's another one supposed to be running in here. You didn't want to get caught off guard. Also, what needs to be updated is picking up items. And I noticed that the game sometimes switches from keyboard and mouse controls to controller control. Now here he is. I think that's an updated bloated enemy. Because I remember the last time his head was fatter. So we got out of the bathroom, same thing. I didn't have the time to read the diary because of that crawling one. But the story's still the same, but what changed in this particular area is now there's one cohesive password. It's not 5523. It's not 6 different passwords that you have to guess. It's one cohesive password and that's it. I haven't replayed it to try to see if anything changes, but that's just, it's one password now. But enemies still spawn at random to come after you, mostly the crawling one. Because the original demo had just the enemies spawning in like crazy. But this one, there are limited enemies besides the crawling one. I think the crawling one spawns infinitely while the 2 base models are limited in appearance. They too sit around and sleep and wait for you, but you won't really see too many of those guys. Not even sure why I even bothered to record, show off the mining part, because nothing really changes here. I should probably cut this, or maybe not, who knows. Unfortunately, I think the little crawling bastard interrupts me halfway through. Oh, no. Alright. Actually, he already hit me. I just missed shooting him. He should be showing up now. If not now, then maybe later? Or not at all. I don't know. I don't really remember this. Now, another thing that changed was this room. There was supposed to be an enemy in here around this corner, but I guess the developer decided to take him out, which kind of sucks, but I did like the jump scare. You know, get my gunpowder. Still love that pickaxe. It's better than the bat. Gotta fill that up with gas, same as before. And the lights are on. Still a double barrel shotgun. So odd. Same enemies as before. Now I'm just making my way out. Same enemy model, and as always, my aim is terrible. Leave me alone, sir. There it is. I don't know what's with the slowdown. See, that's the new model for the bloated. So now his leg is bloated, stomach, head, and arm. That's still the same model. Take his heart. Take his heart. And I killed him earlier. And now to get out of this damn mine. Still got my gunpowder. Tell you the truth, picking up items inside the mine is not worth it. I mean, I already know what to do, so that's why. That's one. Here comes another one. I kind of don't like the fact that it's headshots only to take down the enemy. Any of the enemies, I mean, body shots should work as well, but it shouldn't be like 1,000 body shots. Well, here I forgot to install the wire. Like I said, it doesn't allow you to pick up the heart immediately. You gotta fiddle faddle with the damn thing. Also, with the update, when it comes to crafting, oh wow, look at that. When it comes to crafting, I have to use my mouse to select what item I want to craft and then switch back to my control to craft the item. The instruction says to use the left stick to choose what item you want to craft, and then you craft it with the right stick, but that wasn't programmed properly. I don't know what happened in the update, but that's just what happened. Also, oh wow, it just skipped over here. That's strange. Although, this is still me displaying the many clothes that the enemies wear and what their characteristics. But if you're noticing that the video is jumpy and choppy, you gotta excuse me. I bought a new laptop last month because my previous one just met some unfortunate circumstances. And I bought this MSI Stealth 16 with an Intel 7 processor, and it's been giving me problems since I got it. A lot of lispy. And one of the main problems is that it keeps, there's a lot of freeze framing and buzzing. So the game would freeze while music is still playing and then continue on. It's kind of annoying as hell. But the sad thing about this is that it's a 4070 graphics card, and it has subpar, like right now, it has subpar performance. And we can get a heart from him. But there's a lot of subpar performance from this. But I'm not sure if you guys are aware of Intel shenanigans with their failing 13th and 14th generation processors. But some people are trying to pretend that the problem is only in desktop computers and server hardware and not in their laptops. Look at it run this way. But it's still funny. She was digging in the garbage and came over here. But the chip problem with Intel also affects their mobile laptops as well, and which I don't understand how
like everything else in this
any
town.
company that has a new model gaming laptop gives
Tell her,
Intel's
I think I
first
might have
dibs,
found something that
yet
belongs to you.
they got failing CPUs.
So,
And
tell
I'm
her
seeing it a lot in this
you
particular,
are
in
his
this
master,
laptop
right?
the most,
I'm looking
because
for
I'll just be
you know where he could be.
playing any type of game. It'll be like a 2D
shit,
platformer,
You have
and
no idea. what
stuttering
you're
just
into.
happens.
I knew
And someone
too
stated
well.
that
How
the real
pride
problem
of
is
one
it's
little
Windows
man
asking for permissions
destroyed
while the game
dozens
is
of
running.
families.
I'm like,
Ask him about
that
it.
shouldn't be
I
affecting
will, so you know where he is.
a game,
One
especially
that
when the
crawls
laptop
in the
has
night.
32 gigs of
Find
memory.
her. Find him.
Unless
But you need
the
explosives to clear
the
the
graphics
path.
VRAM is
And
mislabeled
mark on your
because
map.
the 4070 has 8
Go
gigs
away.
of RAM, of video RAM, and is, doing this dumbness. The odd thing is that my 3080 Ryzen 9 laptop didn't have this problem. So you're telling me that this new generation graphics card just can't run without Intel constantly messing up. And Intel's got some issues, and they got a huge lawsuit, and their stock prices went down back to like $20 from, I think, $160 per share. I don't know. Then here's this goddamn boss. Still the same too. Nothing's really different. Still disgusting and disturbing. Very disgusting and disturbing. I remember I was trying to record fighting this boss at night and woefully regretted it because the naked enemies kept showing up in the battlefield attacking me as I was attacking her. And it just didn't end well. Also, the naked enemies are still the same. They got really messed up faces and all that other stuff, so really nothing changed about them except that they block as well, but they're only aggressive outside at night, but not during the daytime. Also, I forgot to record one bug where one was running backwards. And then there was another bug where one of the clothed enemies, well, clothed infected, was on the roof of the house and he couldn't get down. Ugh, look at that. I think that texture needs more work. Make it a little more slimy. But that's it for my commentary. Enjoy this semi-scary encounter. I'm guessing the new thing is the fog in this area. I'm not really too sure. But that's it for this update of Pine Harbor. I'll see you guys in the next update. Might be 4 months from now. Hopefully with another updated enemy design, new enemy sprites, and more story elements. See ya.
I know what you're taking from me. Sneaky, sneaky little boy, trying to outlove the straw. I know what you're taking from me. Hiding? Oh, little boy. Sneaky, sneaky little boy, trying to outlove destroy.
Don't be lost.
And what have you done to him?
Will never understand.
Sorry, boy. It's beyond your understanding.